A very good morning to all of you. So this is our first lecture. So just discuss what is syllabus, what are CUs in this lecture. So the first one is the name of the subject. What is the name of the subject? The name of the subject is Advanced Web Technologies. Okay. The name of subject is Advanced Web Technologies and the subject code is PGCA 1958, PGCA 1958. You have read or learn this subject web technologies in semester second. That is web technologies. It is just about what is HTML, what is JavaScript. But this subject advanced web technologies is an advanced version of these those web technologies. Okay. So in this we are going to learn what is PHP, how PHP works. Okay. So what is Ajax? This is all about this subject. So let's start with the first slide, which is CEO. Okay. So in this slide, we are going to discuss what is CEO. CEO basically stands for course outcomes. It is just like the abstract, or you can say that the abstract of your syllabus. For example, you have a lemon. Okay, when you squeeze it, the pulp of the lemon will become. So when you squeeze your syllabus, these CO is just like a pulp. Okay, these CO is just like a pulp. When you squeeze your syllabus, this is abstract. For example, you have learned 6 things about your syllabus. The first one is CO1. When we learn CO1, what we able to learn when we complete our CO1, the first thing is understand client side and server side programming. Basically, as usual, you know that PHP is a server side scripting language. So when our CO first will be complete, what we are able to understand client side and server side programming. Okay, this will we are going to learn this thing one by one or step by step. Okay, this is just an overview of a subject. And after the completion of CO1, we are able to learn about what is CO2. So when our CO2 will be completed, we are able to learn to represent web data and XML document handling. We are learn what is web data, how we are able to represent our data in the web applications, and what is XML document handling, how we are handle our documents in the XML. Okay, XML is basically stands for extensible markup language. So these are two CO which are we are going to learn step by step. After the completion of two CO, we are switched to our third CO. When we are complete our third CO, we are able to understand Ajax and relevance. What is Ajax toolkit? How it works? What are the role of Ajax in web technologies? I think you have learned previously what is Ajax in web technologies. Okay, as previously I told you that web technologies is just an advanced version of advanced web technologies. So in web technologies, you have learned HTML, a simple HTML programming language. Ad- but in advanced web technologies, you are able to learn how to make a proper website. What is PHP? PHP is basically, you know, that very popular language. It is in demand. So I hope you will able to learn what is PHP, how PHP work, how you can connect your website with SQL or database, how you can create your front end or your UI in the PHP, and how you are able to create tables in the database or as MySQL, or how you connect these things front end and back end, which is front end is your GUI and the back end is your database table. How you are connect these two things with together. Okay, so after the completion of third CO, we are next switch to the CO4. So when our CO4 will be completed, we are able to learn how to develop a dynamic web page by the use of Java PHP and MySQL. Basically, as usual, you know that a website is a collection of web pages. So when we complete our CO4, we are able to learn how to develop or how to create a web page. So when we make two or three web pages and link these web pages together, this is called a website. Okay. So when our CO4 will be completed, we are able to learn how to create dynamic web pages by the use of PHP and MySQL. PHP is basically we are using for create the front end of the website, and MySQL we are going to use for the store our data or store our information about the website. So this is all about CO4. After the completion of CO4, we are next move forward to the CO5. So when our CO5 will be completed, we are able to learn how to perform basic crude database operation in a dynamic website. For example, we are able to learn how to insert data in the database. You are in the first semester you have read advanced database management system or database management system or RDBMS. You have learned about this subject and you are basically in run or execute queries. For example, how to insert data, how to update the data in the table, how to delete data from the table. So in the CO5 we are able to learn how to insert data in the database through the front end, how to delete the data in the delete the data from the from the database with the help of front end. Okay. So after the completion of CO5 we are able to learn how to perform various operation on our database. So this is all about CO5. And the last one is CO6. After the completion of CO6 we are able to learn about web services and their development. For example, when we learn these five things, understand client side and server side programming, and after that, how to handle database, how to insert Ajax toolkit in our website, how to create a dynamic web pages or web pages using PHP, and how to insert data using SQL. After that, we are able to learn how to perform various operation. For example, operation insert, update, select, delete. These are the various operation, how to perform these operation on our website. And after these, we are the last CO is learn about web services and their development, how different web services are developed and how we can use these web services for our website. So this is all about your CO. So this is all about your CO. So basically these are 6 CO which we are going to cover in our syllabus. So I hope it is clear to all of you. S- So as usual, you know that your syllabus is divided into two parts. The first one is part A and the second one is part B. So after the discussion of CO, we are going to discuss our syllabus. What is our syllabus? What we are going to learn in this semester. So the first one is part A. So what is in the part A? The first thing is I previously told you that we are going to learn what is PHP in this advanced web technology. So the first thing we are going to learn what is server side web scripting. PHP is a server side web scripting or client side web scripting. Okay. After this, we are going to learn how to install PHP in our system. Basically a software called WAMP is coming for this, and with the help installation of WAMP we are able to execute PHP in our system. Okay. After the installation of PHP, the next thing is adding PHP to HTML. As usual, you know that the front end of every language is HTML. The front end is developed of every language as an HTML. So you have deep knowledge or basic knowledge about HTML. What is HTML? What is tag? What is head tag? What is body tag? I hope you will you know that what are these tags. So After installing PHP in our system, the next thing is we are able to insert PHP to HTML. Okay. After that, syntax. Basically, you know that if you want to write any code, you have a proper syntax about that language. So we are going to learn how to create variable, how to declare variable in PHP. Okay, you know that how to declare variable, what is the syntax of C++. After that, we are going to learn syntax of s- create variables, if loop, if condition, else condition, for loop, and the PHP. After that, we are going to learn how to declare variables in PHP. Okay. After that, the next thing is passing information between pages. In this, we are able to learn how we are going to pass information between various pages. For example, the first page is information, name, name, father name, and the last thing is submit button. When you click on the submit button, how these information is stored in the backend, or how these information pass between the web pages. After that, we are going to learn what is string. As usual, you know that a combination of character is called string. After that, array and array function. What is array, how array working in PHP, and what are the functions or various functions performed on array. After that, numbers. And the last thing is basic PHP errors or problems, how you can insert errors or exception, and how you can solve these errors from your program or web page. This is the first one of your part A, which is PHP. So this is all about PHP. When you're able to learn about these things, server side web scripting, installation of PHP, how, what is the syntax of if condition, for loop, what, how to declare variable, how to pass information between various web pages, what is string, what is array, what is number, basic PHP errors, how to solve these problems or errors, you are able to know the basic of PHP. After that, we are going to move to the advanced PHP and MySQL. Advanced PHP and MySQL is basically is when we connect our web page or front end with the database, that is called a database connectivity. In this, we are going to connect our front page or front end with the help of MySQL database. Okay. So in this, we are going to learn PHP slash MySQL functions. What are basic function or what are various function performed in PHP or MySQL. After that, we are going to displaying queries in tables. Which type of different queries are performed in our table? Okay, as usual, you know that you, for example, if you want to insert data in your table, for that you are going to execute query, insert a data into a table, insert data into table or values, and after that the information which you want to insert in your database. So these are the basically simple queries. For example, you want to select whole table. For that, you have use the query select star from table. So these are the queries which we are going to learn and how to execute these queries on our table. After that, the next thing is introduction to PHP OOPS concept. In this, we are going to learn how to create classes, objects in PHP. After that, building forms from queries, how to make a form or web page from the queries. For example, in this you have to create web form or web page according to the queries of the user. After that, how to create string in the advanced PHP and regular expressions. And after that, what is session, how to create session, how, what is the timing of session. This is we are going to cover under the session. After that, cookies and HTTP. What is cookies, what is hypertext transfer protocol, and the last thing is type and type conversion. What is type in PHP, how we can use different types of conversion in the PHP. And the last thing is email. So this is the advanced PHP and MySQL section which we are going to learn in this thing. And the last thing is introduction to web services. This is the last topic of our part A. In this, we are going to learn use of web services, how we can use different types of web services in our web page, types of web services, which type of web services are available, introduction to content management or CMS, types, usage, and benefits. So this is all your part A. The first thing is PHP. How to install PHP? What is the syntax of declare anything in PHP? How to declare variables? How to pass information between different pages? What is string? What is arrays? What is number? How to solve error in PHP? Okay, after that, the next thing is how to connect your front end with the back end. Okay, how to create s- or stable a connection between your web page and database table. After that, how to create classes and objects in PHP, how to create cookies and HTTP, what is regular expression, types of conversion, and email. And the last thing is introduction to web services. What is web services, type of web services, introduction to content management system, CMS. So this is all about our part A, which we are going to learn in our semester. Okay. So after the discussion of part A, we are next move forward to the part B. So what is in the part B? What we are going to cover in the part B? So the first thing is XML. What is XML? XML is basically stand for extensible markup language. Okay. What is XML? XML basics, XML syntax and editors. Because XML is a language, so it also consists syntax like PHP. Okay. So what is the first thing? First thing is introduction to XML. What are the basics of XML? What are the syntax or different syntax which we are used in XML? After that, editors, documents, elements, attributes, creating XML document. How you can create a simple XML documents. What are the attributes in the XML? After that, the next thing is Ajax. Introduction and use of Ajax in website. How you can use in Ajax in your website. What is Ajax is in real world? What are the use of Ajax? So this is all come under the Ajax. Ajax is basically stands for Ajax Toolkit, which is come and you have to download it from the Google, and after that you have to install it in your system, and with the after the installation in your system you can easily use it. After that Ajax, we are going to learn what is jQuery. Introduction, what is jQuery, introduction to jQuery, jQuery user interface, what is date picker, what is autocomplete, what is tooltip, what is accordion, how to retrieve page content, manipulating page content, working with events. All this come under the jQuery. What is date picker? How you can use calendar in your website. What is autocomplete? For example, in Google, you have write, for example, you want to write the name of any website. For example, Crick Buzz. Okay. When you write Crick, after that, immediately the word will come, which is buzz. For example, you want to watch the score. So this is called autocomplete, which means that you just write the first two or three words of your website or the information which you want to get, and the next information is come forward. You have no need to write the full information about your topic. Okay, so this is called autocomplete. What is tooltip? How tooltip work? What is the role of tooltip in the jQuery? So all this come under the jQuery. Okay, how to retrieve the content of the page. This is all about jQuery. Okay, so So it will be continue after the part B. So after discussion of jQuery, the next thing is introduction to Bootstrap. What is Bootstrap? Components of Bootstrap, how you can insert Bootstrap in your website. Bootstrap is basically used for create a proper alignment of your website. For example, you have insert text box, two text box in your website. The first size, the first text box size is 10 by 10 pixel, and the second size of text box is 20 by 10 pixel. So when you run your website on the web page, it look like odd, it don't look like good website. So to avoid this, we have to use Bootstrap. When we apply Bootstrap on our website, our the alignment or the look of our website is proper, come in proper way. The size of all text box will become equal. Okay, so this is the component. So this is the Bootstrap. What is Bootstrap? How you can insert Bootstrap in your website. All this come under the Bootstrap. After that, the next thing is introduction to Node.js. What is Node.js? How Node.js in working? Node package manager, npm, Node.js web server and client. What is server, what is client. So all this come under the introduction to Node.js. Okay, and the last thing of our syllabus is introduction to React.js. What is React.js, how it is working in our advanced web technologies. What is environment setup, how you can set environment for your website. After that, what is JSX components, what are the various component of React, what are the various states of your website, props, validating props, what are the components of API, component lifecycle, forms, events. So all this come under the React. So this is about your syllabus. So as usual, your syllabus is divided into two parts. The first one is part A and the second one is part B. So I hope it will be clear to all of you, part A and part B. If you have any problem regarding your syllabus, then you can contact with me. Okay. So this is all about your syllabus. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.